Hey guys, we're back and we're gonna create an Easter truck. Look at that little bunny in the back, so cute. Alright, first you're gonna need some light blue and a sponge brush, or whatever color you want your truck to be. We're going to paint the base of the truck, going around the small details and only painting the part of the truck that is supposed to be blue or whatever color. I found it easier to go ahead and paint over the side mirrors. If you don't want to lose those lines, just outline them with a Sharpie and then paint back over them, or get a smaller brush. Once you get your first coat on, you're going to dry it with a hairdryer or give it a few minutes to dry and go back over it with your second coat. I love this Key West color. I feel like it's the perfect Easter or spring, summer color. I'm a little obsessed with it, and you'll find it in a lot of the things that I paint. Next, I'm going to grab a Sharpie and go over the bunny and all the small details before painting. Next, you'll need some white and a new sponge brush. And we're going to paint the bunny. You can stay in the lines or you can paint outside the lines and not worry about losing those details because of the Sharpie lines. Once you have your first coat on, we're going to dry it and go back over with the second coat. Before you clean off your white brush, we're going to use that leftover white and sweep it over top of the carrots where the orange will go. And this will help the orange be seen better and cover a lot easier. No need to dry, we're just going to jump in and grab some orange. I used Harvest Orange. Covers a little bit better than a lot of oranges do. And we're just going to go ahead and cover the orange of our carrots. You can either dry in between coats or just continue to go back over it with multiple layers of orange. Once you're done with your orange, you're going to dry it before moving on. Next, you'll need some green. I used Kelly green and a bristle brush. Once your first coat is done, you're going to dry it with a hairdryer and then move on to your second coat of green. The next color you're going to need is a gray. I used a granite gray and a sponge brush, and we're going to paint the bumper of your truck. We will also paint the side mirrors and the back window with this gray. I ended up grabbing a smaller brush to have more control while painting around the bunny's ears and the carrots. You can go over the gray as many times as you want, drying with the hairdryer in between, or you can just leave it with the one coat that gives it more of a rustic style. Next color you're going to need is a cream. I used the antique parchment, and you'll need a bristle brush. We're going to paint the license plate and some different details on the truck to kind of highlight. This is also a great way to give your truck an antique style. Once you have your license plate pretty well covered, use the tip of your brush and outline all of the smaller details. Next, I'm going to add some swirls to my back window. I wanted all these little lines to be as messy and imperfect as much as possible. Once you have finished that, you're going to need some black paint for your tires and another sponge brush. You can dry with a hairdryer in between your coats, or again, just leave it one coat for that more of a rustic style. Next, you will need some red. I wanted a darker, more barn-like style red for our brake lights. And you can grab a large polka dotter. That will give you that perfect little dot for you. Or you can just take a small brush and paint in a circle. Once you have dried your red, take a bristle brush that you used on the white detail and kind of brush over top of your tires and your brake lights to tie them into the overall look. The last thing you'll need is a bristle brush and some black paint, or you can get a paint pen. I'm a little obsessed with these. You can get them at Walmart. They're $3 or $4, and it is oil-based paint and a marker. We're going to use it to highlight all of our small details, write something on the back of our license plate. I wrote Hop to go along with our bunny. This will clean up all of our small details, any imperfections, but also draws your eye to what you want it to see. So I totally forgot to grab some pink paint and a little brush or a sponge and paint on those little feet details. How could I forget? You're going to paint one large foot pad and then his little toes, making the bigger toe on the inner part of his foot. Then of course repeat on the other side, and you can dry with the hairdryer and go back over it a couple times if you need to, or you can leave it for more of an antique style. I'm going to add some lines to give the hitch of my truck some more details, but at this point you could write your last name or whatever you would like. Then all you do is add some twine and hang it on your door and you're complete. If you would like to paint along, we sell our cutouts on Etsy. Search Early Bird Crafting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys.
Stay cute!